Oi! Hellboy by director Neil Marshall. Wait, hold on. That is not me. What the fuck is going on here? Did they already reboot my ass? This is bullshit. I gotta go. Oi! Due to circumstances beyond our control, collect calls are being made as I speak. We resume your regularly scheduled review of a film that is a bit of a hot mess overall. The review may be the same. From the get-go, obviously not a continuation of the Guillermo del Toro versionings of the Mike Mignola character here. Some great fantasy realizations with those first two, no doubt, and credit in actually getting them made. Got a little goofy plot-wise there towards the end. Whatever. Moving on to this. When you preface the film with a flashback of 517 AD and call them the fucking Dark Ages, you have officially entered a new chapter of the Hellboy storytellings. Interesting mesh here of a younger Hellboy, at least intellectually, since the dude ages like a reverse dog or some shit. Presented here in current day-ish times, and a darker R-rated take on the Mignola comics, BPRD, Professor Broom, incorporations of a lot of cool mythologies and fairy tales and folklore, and Hellboy just figuring out Hellboy, really. This here is a bit frenetic. A lot of evil shit and blood via heavy CGI filter that can be a bit of a mixed bag. To be fair, the effects are not all the worst. Just some dodginess that is not helped by some script issues. Unfortunately, it's also kind of a 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag kind of situation. The whole channeling spirits thing is pretty cringe and lazy for exposition. Not just once, but twice. Humor and tone aren't always a good match. Yeah. Some cool individual stories are included here, though. Neil Marshall directed this. He had some good early small budget horror stuff like with Dog Soldiers and The Descent, and a few episodes of various decent budget 2010s TV series, including a couple from the Game of Thrones. But apparently he has since disowned this movie due to meddling producers and the bad script, and described the job as the worst professional experience in his career. Ooh, harsh. Casting? Actually, you know what? David Harbour as Hellboy. Yeah, actually a decent choice. As much as I love Ian Swearingen McShane, I don't know if he was the right choice here for the Professor. Mila Jovovich as the Blood Queen. I honestly can't say she's really been a good actress in anything I've ever seen her in. Maybe you're a bit part in Dazed and Confused? I don't know. Even in The Fifth Element, she seemed kind of half retarded. Perfunctionary here? At best. And yeah, the script really just doesn't help her out either. I try not to concentrate on the flaws of the movies I watch, but where Mignola takes a lot of cool old and new mythologies and folklores and elevates them through engaging stories and visuals, this one does the same, but with a blender. The vignettes of Mignola stories here are good individually. Especially the Baba Yaga segment is pretty cool. It's just that they are stitched together pretty poorly through some pretty brash modern editing techniques and music. It's this disjointedness that kind of hamstrings the film overall, in my opinion. But credit to them for working in the awesome cheesiness known as Lobster Johnson. Fuck yeah. Great throwaway quote. Shouldn't we be worried about where that's going? Sticks that act like snakes should never be trusted. Rebooted reboot? Yeah, well, guess they should have left Neil alone to direct this one. Already, a whole new version has been made. Hellboy, the Crooked Man from 2024. Will I watch it? I have the 2 animated Hellboy movies on disc. So, yeah, I'll watch it. So, story, I'll give it 3 beers. It's pretty hard to judge this one on the entirety because there's a lot of good individual pieces here. Look, I'll give it 4 beers. Might be a little too high considering some of the CGI is just, it's not good, but their stuff is great. It balances out. So this one's, like I said, it's a good folk tale horror, hard R. I mean, there's a lot of blood and stuff. It's kind of a whirlwind of a film. If you're not too concerned about, like, continuity and shit, this is actually still a pretty fun film. I'll give it that. It's evil, but it's still pretty fun. Cheers.
Well, the monster is gone, and we're all okay. But no one will believe our story.